Adibam debam nue.
You have like, yeah, is that why you're singing it? Because you got the light behind you.
Yeah,
You got that
yeah,
grizzly beard going on.
yeah. I just wanted to feel majestic for a
You
moment.
fucking Mufiki looking motherfucker.
That really hurts my feelings in a childlike, traumatic fashion. I remember being in like kindergarten, and this kid said when I was laughing, I looked like Rafiki, and it stuck with me as a 34-year-old man.
I really hope by chance I was that kid years ago and didn't remember that I called you that.
Just for it to come full circle
Yeah.
again. Like 31 years later.
You're like, okay, I'm ready to watch The Lion King, and then the 30-year-old, John comes over here and fucks your shit up, Lion King style.
We got a healthy relationship here
Oh, 100%.
on the lovely show called Beer Belly. Dear
So
God.
this show is based on love.
Oh, absolutely. A sparkling friendship indeed.
Oh man, I'm ready to get my buzz on.
Yeah, same here. Same here. I'm like, I don't know. I've been kind of like in a drowsy mood today, so I'm looking forward to kind of sprucing things up a bit around here, getting a
Nice.
little
And
more
you
lively.
you have dance today?
No. We actually just completed our final lesson last Friday,
Nice. And you guys are confident you can do it?
where we can do it. Yeah, it was actually pretty cool. Yeah, like so we had a couple hiccups. Like we did great the first two runs. After that, a couple hiccups, smoothed it out, and now it's just up to us to do it on the day
The
of. So
practice, yeah.
luckily, we have days and days and days of practice ahead of us, including tonight. So
Oh, nice.
yeah,
So you guys are gonna practice in the back?
yeah,
Lights
yeah.
on.
So lately we've been doing it in the kitchen, but I think the backyard would be a really nice spot for it. Turn on the back lights and just have a good little twinkly
The
time.
Leo and Teddy watch.
Yes, a
Oh
hundred
my
percent.
god, you have such a peasant poor.
Oh my bad. I actually was like, oh, that's more than I expected to put. Oh, that's why. I was like, Jesus. So, you bastard.
There's like three ice cubes in here too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I figured, you know what?
That's the reason.
Some people at my work have been getting steadily sick, including within management. So I'm kind of nervous. I'm like, wait, I'm part of
Oh
management.
yeah.
Am I feeling under the weather? Like, I'm not sure if my throat feels a little cold or
Patient
something like
zero?
that. What's that?
Patient zero?
Yeah, I mean,
I think you are.
everyone in the management team knows who patient zero is. Even they've called themselves out for it. Like, I'm sorry, I'm getting everyone sick. And for me, I'm just like, I don't want that to happen. But if it is happening, at least I have some whiskey to burn it out.
You ever like think about masking up?
Yeah, I mean, so one thing I do appreciate about at work is that anyone who has been feeling under the weather has been putting on a mask to keep their germs to themselves. So that's cool. I'm like, I appreciate that. So if I start feeling truly under the weather when I go in, I'll be doing the same.
Oh,
Just a permanent way of covering my mouth when I sneeze.
now that COVID's been completely eradicated, I just let the germs out. Just I don't give a shit.
I lick people when I say hello.
Sometimes I don't even say hello. I just lick them.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right? Works for my dog. Should be fine for them too.
They think
I'm,
it's cute when the dog does it.
exactly. I'm almost as cute as they are. Almost.
Almost.
Yeah,
Almost.
just you smidgies off. Rafiki ass looking motherfucker here. Don't
No,
forget. Let's not.
no. I let you carry my child over the mountaintop.
Nice. I'm down with that for sure.
Oh my god, too much.
What are you sipping on today, my good sir?
Brothers Bond.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yep. And I have more Weller myself. So it's a nice little
Mm.
bourbon episode. Let's enjoy.
I kept mine in the freezer, so
Mm,
like there's nice and frosty on the sides. I like it.
very
Makes the
nice.
whiskey good. So I think I brought it up before, but
Mhm.
I went to the Brewology on
Oh, yeah.
on
The exhibit.
Saturday. Yeah, Peter ended up going.
Oh, sick.
He
Well,
ended up going like last minute too. I asked him on like Wednesday. He's like, "Hey, you want to come?" He's like, "Down."
nice. Tell us all about it. But first, to anyone who maybe didn't listen to last episode, can you re explain what that is real quick? The
Think of Night of the
Brewology.
Museum, but with alcohol. Just,
Nice.
just like that. Um, it's at the California Science Museum,
Science Center?
I think.
Mhm.
I don't know. I just went for the alcohol. Um,
That's science enough.
Yeah, so it started at 7 if you're a VIP, starts at 8 if you're a general admission, and it's literally the science center with it was 50 vendors
Okay.
and like 150 different beers. And when you walk in, they give you a nice 4-ounce little plastic cup to just kind of refill. And Peter and I had the VIP. So,
Ooh, okay.
which honestly, all it really, because they say when you're VIP, you get like limited beers, which you do in a sense because you're there an hour before everybody else.
Mm-hmm.
But once it hit 8 in the general admission, and then it was a little bit longer to wait for drinks.
Okay.
But that first hour, Peter and I probably hit up 9 different.
So you had like a 36-ounce worth of beer inside of you.
More,
Wow. Nice.
definitely more,
Okay.
without a doubt. My only thing, and it was a great festival.
Mhm.
This is just me because it's my beer preference. Wasn't a lot of IPAs.
Okay.
There was so many sour beers that the age of sour is now.
The age of the era of IPA is over.
Yeah, I think so.
It's the year of the sour now.
I think
2023
we're
will be.
drinking primitive beer right now, and I don't know how you feel about that. I mean,
Got you.
you
know
look like
what?
you're the Lion King, and I'm drinking primitive beer. I don't know.
I was gonna say, you know what? I
look like a
think
Bigfoot.
out of all the beers, IPA might be the most primitive because I feel like that's what makes people become the most primitive after getting drunk from them. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And I'm fine with that.
I
I'll
was
be a
clean cut
caveman.
John before IPA, and then just let it all out at some point. I just
You got long hair, ponytail now, big bushy beard. Look what happened to you.
no fucking IPA. So it was a great experience. It was from 7 to 11. I think we bounced at like 10:30.
Cool.
Had some late night tacos.
Ooh, out in LA,
Mhm.
dirty dog,
Mhm.
dirty dogs.
My
Jealous.
parents were there too. My dad and my mom. And
Oh, nice.
my dad definitely looked like a kid in a toy store, just fucking touching all the toys.
Nice. You know what? Now that you mention it, I've known Peter to have a couple sours, and he's liked them. Did he end up liking the beers?
It just depended on the beer, to be honest with you.
Sure.
Some IPAs he liked, some sours he hated, some he liked.
Nice. How about you? Same for you?
I was more towards the IPA side,
Of
but
course.
I'm also not that picky when I don't need to be. So I fucking went to every vendor that had no line because, like I said, once it hit 8 o'clock, it's a little harder to get drinks.
Right.
So I don't give a shit. I really did. It was all good. There were definitely some that were like, oh, but that's what happens with beer, especially when you're doing a beer festival. I thought I was gonna be a little bit more drunk, but I also don't really remember the end of the night.
So sounds like you guys definitely had a nice time then. All right.
I know Peter cut himself off. Peter, it hit like 10. Well, he had to drive.
Okay.
So he stopped drinking at like 9:30, 10 o'clock.
Respect. All right. Cool.
Yeah. No, I totally respect that. I respect it because I got a second glass. I got to drink.
So you really respect his life decisions in that moment.
Oh, that time I completely supported it. Stop drinking. Also, give me a cup.
That's when he gained the ultra title of Super Bro or Ultra Bro, if you will.
Ultra Bro. Yeah.
Ultra Bro. Yes, most definitely.
That's what I'm gonna go with. Ultra Bro.
He definitely has the most nicknames in the friend group, and I'm here for it. I'm happy for it. I think Ultra Bro is something I need to remember for my bachelor party coming up. Ultra Bro. He doesn't know that it's going to be his nickname yet, but
yeah,
it's yet another.
He unfortunately is not a fan of the podcast, so he doesn't know. We can talk all the smack about Peter. We should just make a whole episode dedicated to just ripping on Peter.
You know what? Let's start that episode right fucking now.
Right now?
Fuck Ultra Bro. That's the name of the episode.
I got no pictures of him. I hope I did.
God damn. We got some meme pictures we could put on screen, I suppose. It's all good. It's all good. Maybe I could put them in post.
He's gonna start his own podcast. Talk shit about Beer Belly podcast.
Right. That's fine. I respect.
You know, the crazy part is he'd probably have the same listeners that listen to us.
Yeah. That same core group, and that's fine. That's cool. I would be a listener of his, so I guess technically he'd probably have at least one more fan than we do, if that's the case. He said he's only jumped in and listened to our show every now and then, which is fair.
That's fine. I mean, nowadays I barely listen to any podcast. So
True.
I've been on a Black Jesus kick. You remember that show?
Okay. Yeah, I remember you mentioning that a few weeks back. So you've really been listening or watching it again, huh?
I'm one episode away from actually finishing the show because it ended up having a third season after Charlie Murphy passed away.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because he was like a big part of the first 2 seasons.
Oh, of course.
And season 3 is not as good. So they literally lost about 70% of the cast. More like 80%. It's only like 2 of the regular main cast, and then 2 of recurring characters who became main cast in season 3.
Oh shit!
What
Jesus isn't even there anymore.
Yeah, well, I know. Can you imagine? Like Jesus.
I don't want to live in a world without Black Jesus. That's all I know.
Strange. Okay, I'm moving.
Again, yes.
I'm moving.
A world without Black Jesus, I don't want to be in.
So what I really liked about the first and second season was the core group. It was like a really soulful show, I guess you can say.
Yeah. It was wholesome.
You kind of questioned if he actually was a crazy man or if he was Jesus, and they kind of sprinkled in things here and there where it's like, okay, you're leaning towards he is. Yeah, season 3, he just is.
He just is Jesus.
He like literally in the first freaking 2 minutes, it's like, oh, this mofo's floating and walking on water. So
he creates miracles. Okay,
I'm just watching it to finish it at this point to say I've finished it, but nice. I still love season 1. Season 2 was okay, but yeah, season 3 is it's not good.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah,
that's right. It's legendary for what it is. I think what I would like, if we can remember, and if there's time, I wouldn't mind sneaking in at least maybe one episode during the bachelor party.
The first episode, I'll put it on. There you go. Yeah. I love that first episode.
Let's fucking go. Let's just get a little stupid and giggly about it.
Oh, man.
Have a nice little drink in our hand. We will truly be smoking, drinking, and chilling like old times.
Like at every bachelor party. Like everyone. Literally. You excited about that? That's next week. That shit.
I am. It's so quick. I know. I keep having to remind myself when it's coming up. I mean, I've had the time off approved for about a month now, so I'm ultra hype about this. Yeah, super excited. I was real quick. I was talking. I got my haircut just trimmed a little bit today, and the lady that cut my hair, she's like, "Oh, are you excited?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" She's like, "What are you guys doing?" I told her, I was like, my best man, I was his best man for his wedding. I didn't tell him anything leading up to, just pack and be ready at this time. And I picked him up around like 5 a.m., 6 a.m., and we just drove.
Oh, man. I'm going to just give you an unholy hour. I'm going to say be up at 5 a.m. I'm not going to pick you up until 9 a.m.
You had any idea how pissed I would be? You have the most ugly Groomzilla on you right now. I'd be pissed. You got to watch what you say. Now I'm going to say, fuck you. I'm not going to wake up till 10 a.m. or whatever.
An unexpected surprise.
It's unexpected, all right. I'm used to surprises coming in the shape of a cube, maybe wrapped in paper, a nice ribbon or something.
But really,
a bow.
Be ready at 5. I got you, bro.
We'll see. But yes, I'm sorry. What were you
I'll tell
say?
you. Okay. So I did an AJ. I'm going to say I did an AJ.
Is that a good AJ or a bad
AJ? This bad AJ.
Okay.
Yeah, bad.
Sounds good. Sounds right. Because there's a little bit of good AJ now and then, but sprinkled on top of a lot of the bad. Go on.
So it was Saturday, okay? I'm mid-poo. I'm turned 3 or 4 on Marvel Snap, having a great day.
You have my number already.
You know, I got that fancy phone that opens up. So I also had like the Instagram chat open up on the other screen.
Yeah.
I'm messaging Peter again, mid-poo, third turn on Marvel Snap, and I was like, fuck. I forgot to get fitted for AJ's wedding.
Oh my God. You had planned to go that day or what?
I had no plans to go.
Oh, you just realized you still hadn't. You bastard.
So I finished my poo, finished my game of Marvel Snap, and I got fitted. So
oh, nice. I'm excited.
Thankfully, I live like right down the street from Men's Warehouse.
Very cool.
But yeah. I was doing 3 different activities that reminded me of the one, which is weird. Why was I thinking of your wedding mid-poo Marvel Snap Peter conversation?
Somehow, some way led to getting fitted for AJ's wedding. I appreciate that. Very nice. Very nice.
Oh my
The mental
God.
gymnastics involved to get yourself there is amazing.
Done. I got it done.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Excited.
My bad. Bad, John. Bad.
It's all good. It's all good. You and I did the same thing for Diego's wedding.
Oh, yeah.
With relatively the same amount of time in advance.
That was also really bad of us. But we got to drink a little bit.
And we did it together. Yeah, it was ultimately worth it at the end.
I drank that day too. That was the day I went to the Brewsology.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Nice. Very good.
Ooh, I was like, maybe I should wait until Sunday because I know I'm going to be bloated from all the beers I drank. But no.
Right.
Oh, I got that whiskey hiccups.
Oh, boy.
Ooh.
Getting that burn on the way back up again.
Okay, so we talked about all the pointless stuff. Your wedding, friendship, pointless.
Whatever.
Let's talk about the stuff we really want to talk about.
The important
stuff. T'Challa is dead.
T'Challa is dead. Spoilers.
Yeah.
Yes. He what?
What do you mean?
Next thing I know, you're going to tell me his daddy died. Get the fuck out of here, all right? With you and your wannabe spoilers. I know that shit ain't real.
Nah, it ain't real at all.
The fakest of news headlines.
He I'm not even going to do that. I actually really respect him. So.
Oh, Chadwick Boseman?
Yes.
Power King. Yeah.
So would you think? Well, first of all, spoilers, right?
Oh, yeah. Beer Belly, Wakanda Forever, the latest Marvel movie came out today. Or not today, but a few days ago, last week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's get into it before we actually go spoilerific on this. But
he's
spoilers.
Dead. He's dead.
Oh, he is dead. Oh yeah, shit, my bad.
He dead.
I watched the wrong movie.
You may have watched Black Panther 1.
I was gonna say, what the fuck? He seemed like he was doing fine. He did like backflips and everything. He fought another Black Panther that looked just like him with the suit
with gold.
Yeah, I have no idea. Wow, shit. But anyway, so let's see. So this movie, Wakanda Forever, Beer Belly, Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
It was
Beer Belly
somber,
Forever,
dude. It's a sad movie. It's really heavy. It's definitely like I guess dark could be a word for it, but it's definitely like the heaviest MCU film we've had so far, in my opinion. Like, it's sad, and then it gets sad again before it gets, and like there's little sprinklings of like fun and funny stuff that happens here and there, but it's definitely not like Stark, where like a stark difference where it's like, here's this really sad, somber moment, and all of a sudden, wackiness. Yeah. It was like, it's such a difference from what Thor Love and Thunder was. I'll say that much for sure.
Yeah.
Where like that was just like
polar
nonstop
opposites.
Silly.
Yeah.
This is more of like, this is heavy, but with like a nice balance of fun sprinkled in here and there, you know? Mm-hmm. I feel like they balanced that a lot better in this film compared to Love and Thunder. And I'll say, I mean, super different films, but I think I might like this movie more than Love and Thunder as well.
Oh, yeah.
At least on a villain standpoint, this villain is way better than the unfortunate way that Gore ended up as. Just to compare films for a moment.
Namor was fucking sick.
He was really cool.
He was
His
really
origin
great.
was evil as shit, too. We'll get to that in a little bit, but
he killed everybody, including T'Challa.
Dude, you know what? I thought about you son of a bitch, in the middle of this movie. I don't want to get into spoilers yet, but I'm just going to put it this way. You doomed this movie from the start, because what's the spoiler you always like to say? And I think you just said it a second ago.
You want
everybody dies. Everybody dies. Right off. Everybody dies. And in this fucking movie, everybody fucking dies. So it's like you fucking cursed this film from the start for years to come.
One of these days my lie would be true.
All that karma came to life in this film.
I've been prepping you
for
years.
Freaking, I thought Endgame was bad, but then this one was like, dude, like people, and there's some important deaths that happen in this movie. I'll leave it at that for now. It's crazy. Yeah.
I am definitely on the side that the movie was too long.
I would agree.
May have been a little bit unnecessary.
I mean, I think it was. I'll put it this way. I think some things were unfortunately necessary, which made the movie longer than
I'm
it could have
curious to
been.
know what you think.
Okay.
Because I feel like even like, when they celebrate T'Challa's death, I don't feel like it's a lot. It's probably maybe 20 minutes of the entire movie, like the entire movie throughout when you get like his flashbacks and whatever. Again, spoilers. I would say it's only like 15, 20 minutes, if that.
Okay.
They don't re-bring him back. Oh, wait. Well, too bad. They don't bring him back with CGI.
Yeah, I think that was a better move.
100%. It's only really like clips from the past and that really sad intro. I actually think that hit me more than the Stanley intro too. Remember the Stanley when he passed away?
Yeah.
I can't remember what movie it is, but the Marvel intro is all of the Stan Lees.
Right. I forgot about that, but you're absolutely correct.
But this T'Challa one, I'm telling you. So, me have had an edible before.
So shit got really weird for a minute.
So I was waiting to eat my popcorn. I'm gonna wait for the edible to hit. I'm gonna have my popcorn. Okay. So, and I said I was gonna wait until the movie started to touch my popcorn. So I literally put it towards the side. I was good. Right away, I start eating, and then tears. Have you ever ate popcorn with tears? It's not good.
It's extra salty popcorn, but it's wet. Soggy.
I don't like it.
Can't tell if it's my tears or the butter. It's just salty popcorn. I feel you. But okay. I feel you. So for me, I mean, again, spoiler alert, T'Challa, Black Panther, is dead.
Yeah, he's gone.
T'Chaka, also dead. Who'd have thought?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But so there's the whole setting up of the world being like, first they have his death scene in the movie. So there's that, the mysterious illness that causes him to die, which is, I think, is what they call it, like a mysterious illness that takes him.
And he doesn't tell Shuri until like it was too late,
right? And then he finally asks her for his help,
and it's too late,
right? And all that, and so that took some time, and that was a kind of an intense, quick opening. Like, oh shit,
oh my god,
bad immediately.
Yeah, which I think it was appropriate. I think that was the best way to handle it.
It was a very cold open, but I just think about, I don't know if this is, I'll try not to make it very spoiler at the moment, but anyway, I just feel like this movie would have been so different had Chadwick Boseman not passed away. And ultimately, the most important thing is that Chadwick Boseman is no longer alive, and it's unfortunate that he had such an untimely death, passing. But it's crazy because not only did they have to set up his death scene, but then the ripple effects of him passing away, the character dying, and then the kingdom kind of going from there, and then it kind of had to slowly set up what the next savior of Wakanda was going to become, and then eventually we get that, and then eventually we get to like final battle, epic shit that kind of goes down, battle stuff. And I just felt like they had to really set things up in order to reestablish what the Black Panther universe is going to be, which I think, like you said, maybe 15, 20. I'm thinking it probably added like an extra half hour to the film, really.
You think so?
I think it could have been a solid like 2 hours, maybe 2 hours and 15 minutes, but it turned into like a 2 hour, 40-minute movie.
2 hours and 40 minutes. Well, I'll give you an example. And I give Peter this example because he didn't watch it. And I don't think it's much spoiler.
Sure.
Another example where I think was just too long was your classic Black Panther car chase scene that lasted for about 10 minutes. Went directly into another battle scene that lasted another 10 to 15 minutes. Do you really need that much action and like 25 minutes of action just straight?
Right.
You know? But it was different than the Marvel formula.
It was. So yes.
I'm totally fine. I just think just a little bit. It's maybe just cut down on that. You know what I'm talking about, right? You know exactly what I'm talking about. There's that long ass chase scene.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Of course.
And then it went into a long ass battle scene.
Yes. Yeah. You're talking about like after they're leaving the college later on that night.
Yeah. This is like Act 1.
Right. I will say though, I think the car chase scene, it was fun, but it maybe went on a little longer than it needed to be.
Twice.
Yeah,
we've seen that twice now.
Yes. They love to break apart cars and have everyone deal with still being able to get away from a situation.
Were they all driving Audis? Is Audi still the main sponsor of Marvel?
It may have been. I forget what it was. It was some sort of old sports car that Riri Williams had. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah.
But then I think what I liked and one of my favorite parts of the movie was the fight scene that followed that, where it was Okoye versus that like
Agreed.
hammerhead shark dude. Like that was such like a scary fight. That was badass.
If that was the best part, why not cut down the chase scene that we've seen in 2 other Marvel movies?
Get to the good stuff. Get to the good stuff. Exactly. Like, honestly, that kind of fighting is, in my opinion, way cooler than like the normal Black Panther stuff that we see. Like in Black Panther 1, where it's Killmonger versus T'Challa. Not the one-on-one waterfall scene, because again, that shit is sick and it's heartbreaking. But then when they're like doing the flippity doos and it's a Black Panther suit versus a Black Panther suit, and there's like anti-gravity, it seems, because they're just so powerful when they're in their suits or whatever. Like that stuff, I don't really care for. It doesn't really make that much of a difference to me. I feel like it loses any personability that the film can have. But then all of a sudden, when it gets to like those intimate fights, like the waterfall scene with M'Baku versus Black Panther, T'Challa, and then T'Challa versus Killmonger, like I mentioned earlier in the waterfall scene, and then just as well, like the Okoye versus the hammerhead shark guy, like those like intimate fight scenes are fucking sick.
Yeah, those close hand-to-hand combat scenes.
Yeah, I feel like there's real stakes at hand. Like anyone can die at any moment. And all that. That's really intense. But then when they're doing the flippity do stuff, like it's kind of neat looking, but ultimately doesn't really matter to me.
You're telling me you don't love the Phantom Menace? You don't like the flippity do Star Wars shit?
That one is a little more cool. That one is, in my opinion.
So it's okay with the Star Wars universe, the flippity doos.
I mean, someone actually ultimately pays the price. Spoiler alert! But Qui-Gon Jinn gets shanked by a double-sided red lightsaber, and then it's up to the Padawan or the knight to avenge his master.
Well, it's also the dumbass knight's fault for not using his super speed that we saw 2 hours before. Just saying.
That's a good point. That's a really fair observation.
Different movie, different flippity doos.
Yeah, different flippity doos, but flippity doos nonetheless. You got a good call there. I'm gonna back up my bullshit for a second.
I totally get what you're saying. I think one of the best action scenes in Marvel is Captain America and Winter Soldier versus Iron Man, and that is an air mobile, character, Iron Man, and it's all hand-to-hand combat.
Right.
That shit is great. Yeah,
and there's like real like feeling and meaning behind the fight. I mean, Tony Stark finds out
Captain America was going to kill him.
His best homie is hiding the truth of his other older homie.
Come on,
killed his parents.
Those bros gay.
For the best reasons. Oh yeah, big time. Tony Stark was just upset and jealous because he didn't get to be the third. He thought he was number 2.
He wanted a threesome, but
he thought
gonna happen.
He thought he was number 1 in Captain America's heart, and he found out he was number 2. He got jealous, and that's what happened. We got a big old 3-way cat fight.
Oh my god,
2v1 pounding.
Those bros are one kiss away from being gay.
And I'm here for it too, by the way.
Same. I'd watch that movie.
That would be the prettiest kissing I've ever seen on TV. I'll take it.
Instead of Captain America versus Winter Soldier, why not name it Captain America and Winter Soldier? I don't know. You probably don't get the reference. Do you know they renamed?
Yes.
They said the name for the Godzilla movie.
Yes, I get you.
Fucking
bastard.
Terrible. Nerds.
But yes, so Black Panther. Wakanda Forever.
Flippity doos.
Again, but super different film. Definitely mixed up the Marvel formula. I would say we've had a couple of movies that have lately, like Black Panther kind of mixed up the MCU formula. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness definitely switched up the formula a bit too, to a strong degree, I guess. We've had some films of the past or within this last phase or so that are starting to do the whole mix up of the MCU a little bit here and there. Granted, I think we can all agree that maybe the shows are more entertaining of this phase than the movies have been so far, but I think we're getting on the right track. Even though this movie was clearly like not what it intended to be originally, had we had Chadwick Boseman still be with us,
Oh yeah, I think it would have made an already great movie, probably the best movie of this phase.
Right? Or yeah, or at least of 2022 best Marvel movie for sure. I would imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. No, I really do.
For sure.
Because I mean, I think we should do like a tier list of soon.
That would be
But
fun. That would be fun. Yes, yes.
I
Put it
think
together. I would
I
love that.
definitely think this is top three maybe. But
Okay.
can we do spoilers now?
Yeah. Let's do spoilers. If you have not yet seen Wakanda Forever, get out and then come back when
Because
you've
T'Challa dead.
watched it. And then we can talk about it. You can listen and send in your thoughts and your questions. Do you agree with us? Do you disagree? Let us know. BeerBellyPod@gmail.com or links to our socials in the episode descriptions. So that way you can let us know what you think. But yeah, let's get into spoilies.
Okay, so another part that I thought was just a little unnecessary, but it was like world building. It was just too long, was the whole relationship. From God, I don't remember their names.
Namor and Shuri?
No, it's like the US agents, the husband and wife.
Oh, yeah. Fontaine.
Yeah.
And Martin Freeman. I don't remember what
Martin
his
Freeman.
character's name is, but I don't remember what his character's name is. But yeah, Martin Freeman. I know
That was like
about.
another unnecessary 15 to 20 minutes of like I understand he's close with Wakanda and I think you can still work it in, but you can tell they're world building for that fucking new Captain America movie, New World Order.
Right. I think that's a good point there. I think that's a good point. I mean, yeah, because ultimately, as far as this movie goes, if it wasn't for their wanting to build that relationship now or further that relationship now between Wakanda and the Martin Freeman agent and Fontaine being put in there as well, like, what's the point? Like they didn't really need to be in this movie at all.
No,
Like
you could have
they
removed them and it would have been fine.
yeah, that was like cumulatively, like you said, like maybe 15 minutes that the movie ended up being longer for. Maybe 10 minutes. I'm not sure, but yeah.
You know, it was Marvel's. You know, they always have to put in their 2 cents, and I'm sure the director was forced to put it in because you have to build the world. You can't just have a movie that doesn't give you a nod and a wink to what's what to come.
Right. True. I mean, in a weird way, there have been some Marvel movies of late that are still kind of pretty separate from the overall MCU, I feel.
Except for Eternals, what other ones?
I'm trying to think. I mean, Multiverse of Madness did definitely have some dots connected between WandaVision and it.
Bro, the name of the main movie is Secret Wars about the multiverse. What are you talking about?
But I mean, there's been no direct connection between that and Secret Wars that we know of yet, right? Like, what nods have we had so far?
But I mean, unless you were a super nerd, you wouldn't really know that this couple was leaning towards New World Order, Captain America, New World Order.
I didn't know.
You didn't know that, right? Because you're talking to the right nerd.
That's good. I appreciate the intel.
You know about all those rumors and stuff, like Harrison Ford. That is confirmed. That's no longer a rumor. He is now General Ross.
Whoa, crazy!
So they're not gonna, the guy who passed away a few years ago, and they bring in the CGI body done. And I think that's because they're gonna do Red Hulk. I even think they teased it in She-Hulk, where she said, "Oh, am I gonna become a Red Hulk or some shit like that?"
Yeah, what am I gonna turn red or something? Yeah, something like that. There's a joke.
So. And the new rumor is General Ross is supposed to be the president of the United States in New World Order. So you had to put them in there so you can build towards New World Order.
I see. Okay. And they do reference the president as well in this movie, saying like, yeah, the president is considering war with Wakanda now. Like they're going to consider it like a threat of national and global security or what have you.
Well, they thought that they were still killing their homeboys, their agents. So
yeah.
At that point, at least.
Which never totally got cleared up for the U.S. government either. Like Martin Freeman was going to tell Fontaine, but then like he just didn't because he himself didn't even fully understand who it was yet either. And outside of Wakanda, no one knows about like Namor's people at this point yet.
I know, that's so crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So the ending of this film, I was kind of confused by it. I mean, it was interesting because it seems like right now Namor is kind of like, hey, like we helped them or they helped us. Now, one day, if they need us, we'll help them and all that. But until then, I guess we'll be cool. We'll be homies for now. They'll coexist.
Frenemies.
I guess so. Yeah, I guess so. They might have different ideals because Namor just wants to keep his people safe, but he understands like world powers are eventually going to discover his city.
Regardless, yeah. I mean, it's going to happen. I don't think Wakanda had anything to do with it. I guess they did because they announced who they were, but it seemed like by the time Black Panther came out, a few people already knew what Wakanda was. They just didn't find it.
Yeah, correct. Because like T'Chaka would represent the country and all that would represent the
at
nation.
the end of the movie. He's like, I'm ready to open this shit up.
Yeah, exactly.
And then the girl's like, I thought you were talking about Starbucks. Yeah, I've seen Black Panther a few times. Well, I think Killmonger is the best MCU villain. At first, I was like top 3, but I really do think he's the best MCU villain.
Now we have a little bit more reason to think that, considering he's villainous in this film also. Yeah.
I didn't need this film to tell me that.
Fair enough.
I think Thanos is also very appealing, and honestly, he may be right, but
he might be right. Yeah, he may be.
He may have been right, but there's just something about Killmonger, and that goes to the director. You can definitely say Michael B. Jordan, but look at how well he did Namor.
Yeah.
Seriously. Namor was fucking crazy. And I can't wait to see him to the new Black Panther, but to fight against like a Thor or a Hulk or a big bad.
Exactly. Because we saw what he could do to M'Baku. Like, he fucking sent that dude flying. Like, he's clearly ultra powerful. So yeah, and they even say in the film that I think it was M'Baku himself that said like he probably is as strong as the Hulk, or maybe stronger, whatever. So yeah, it would be cool to see what 2 superpowers could do, he clashing with someone else of equal strength or near strength.
And then I'm going to go ahead and say this. T'Challa never really felt like he was that great.
No?
I mean, he got his ass kicked from Killmonger a few times, and that's all we really saw of him.
That's true. He does help really Captain America in Infinity War.
A little bit.
They hold their own against all those like minions.
Minions. Not big bad.
Right.
Difference. Mini boss, big bad.
That's true.
Like we didn't actually get to see his full extent of power. Like, I think that there was a scene where I was like, that's a little ridiculous. And Wakanda Forever, where Siri takes the formula to become the Black Panther, the heart herb. Mm-hmm. And she's throwing her little fit and she hits the suit, just fucking goes flying against the wall.
Yeah.
I never saw that T'Challa do anything like that. I just saw him run really fast.
Maybe that's where his powers went.
He just has
super powered quads and calves. Yeah.
Like, it's unfortunate that we never really got to see the extent of his Black Panther.
Right. He could never pull a hamstring. That was his Black Panther power. Yeah.
Because, I mean, let's be real. He took on Winter Soldier. It's Winter Soldier and Captain America. It's the Robin. There's Batman. There's Robin. Black Panther on Robin.
Right. Was it a true test of his might? Possibly not. So it would have been cool to see what that could have been. I agree.
Was a charming character, obviously, and that's what I meant. That we got to see the extent of his power. So I wonder how they would have done him versus Namor if he would have actually been in. Would have it been as big of a struggle? Because I didn't see the end of the movie, and I'll tell you why after.
Oh wow, okay.
I missed the most important fight scene. I had my own battle. I had a battle.
Freaking John! Oh god!
So
I can't wait to get to it.
I might as well. So
your review is invalid. Your thoughts and ideas are invalid now.
I missed 2-3 minutes of that movie and just out the door.
Out the door.
I got a very detailed explanation of what I missed, though.
Okay.
But
trigger warning, everyone. What's up?
So you remember that popcorn I was talking about earlier?
Sure.
We were at the very last scene where they're starting to cook him when he gets inside when they like bring him to the ship.
Yeah.
And they got that sauna going.
Shuri's like, let's make sure we cook this dude.
Let's cook this fish.
Yep.
Get some motherfucking salmon.
Yeah.
My tummy was starting to hurt a little bit, and I thought it was gonna be a pedo, because my tummy it was just hurting, but there was no the grumbles
where you're like, this is gonna be a problem,
right? And
it wasn't like that yet.
Like, I was sitting there and I was like, oh, I think I'm really bad pedo. It's not poo, because I haven't got the bubble guts. And then right when I finished that thought, my tummy just went crazy. Yeah, and then I turn over to my wife. I'm like, and then I fucking just shot out, and it was one of the quickest poos I've ever taken too.
That's good. Nice. I'm glad for you.
But I basically missed the Sherry Namor final fight.
Oh, for sure. Okay. Did you hear about how it went down?
Yeah, how he was basically kicking his ass and kicking her ass. Eventually, like impales her, right? He like stabs her.
Yeah, he gets like his spear and like just full on stabs right through her body. So you think, oh crap, now she's dead too. First T'Chaka the king, then the prince, then the queen, and now the princess, and just
basically the
whole family
line's
line's dead.
Yeah. Lineage gone.
Yep. Essentially so.
Umbaka is my king now.
Exactly. Which is essentially what he's going for, it seems like, throughout the end of the film.
Mm-hmm.
Like the latter quarter.
Definitely what it felt like at the end of that movie.
Right? Which is cool. I'm actually kind of interested in how that will go down. But yeah, I mean, it was an okay fight. Again, it was more like flip-de-doo stuff. It was intense. It got intense once he stabbed her. Then it's like, oh crap, this movie's over. Like you said, lineage done. Stick a fork in him.
And then I came back when she like was about to kill him,
and
then she has like a flashback of the mom or a spiritual trip. And
yeah, the acid hits her generations later.
Don't do it. And then she didn't do it.
Show him who you are. And then all of a sudden, but it was cool. Like, she cooks him again because she uses like the jets to cook him, and then that like hurts him really bad, and then he's weakened, and then she has a chance upper hand to kill him. She doesn't
do it.
I was ready to see her do it though. I was ready to see it. Like,
you're not gonna kill Namor. They made the mistake of killing Killmonger. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, you're fine. You make a good point there. You make a good point. But part of me kind of wanted to see her do it because she goes down this dark path of like vengeance and wanting to, like, she gets bloodthirsty and she wants to have her revenge for her family. And I was like, dude, and then they brought Killmonger back in that vision. So I'm like, holy crap. Like, what if he becomes like the like dark emperor to her subconscious?
Oh, man, bro.
And then next thing we know, she's like an evil but like anti-hero character. I thought that was the route they were going to go with.
I got a movie for you. It's called Star Wars. You're talking about Darth Vader and Anakin.
I thought that's what was going to happen with it. I was like, this could be kind of neat right now. They could actually do Star Wars right, but
yeah, that's not going to happen. At least not the main ones. The side ones are really good. Most of the side stuff from Star Wars is really good now. But
quick sidebar, I've been loving Andor.
I've heard it's adult Star Wars.
I don't want to hype it up, but it is adult Star Wars.
Everybody else has.
Fair enough. Then I mean, to anyone watching or listening, whatever, it takes some time to watch Andor. Get the Disney Plus account. If you don't want to keep it forever, grind out the show in a month and then cancel that bitch.
How many episodes is it?
To my understanding, I think they're stopping at 9 episodes.
It's not done?
I think it is done now. I think they just had their season finale, but I'm gonna check that real quick. Pardon me, but go on.
But going back to Black Panther while you're looking at that,
yeah, go ahead.
I love the fact that they just straight up Namor was a mutant.
Yeah, he's
beating around the bush
himself.
It's like, I'm a motherfucking mutant,
right?
Hold crazy.
Up. Real quick, Andor, apparently the 11th episode, I'm full of shit. It comes out tomorrow as of the recording of this episode.
Wow, shit.
So yeah, they're going all out with this shit. They really are.
Is that the season finale?
I still don't know. Now I'm going to keep my mouth fucking shut because I don't know shit. I don't know.
Shut the fuck up.
All I know is that the show is getting so big now, like multiple other like TV channels like on cable and stuff are now going to put it on. Like it's going to be on. It's going to be on
reruns.
It's going to be on FX now. It's going to be. I forget where else. Oh, it's also going to be streamed on Hulu as well.
It's doing that well.
It's doing that, and I was worried because I thought it wasn't going to be. Like, I think it took time to actually gain traction.
Well, word of mouth, right? I'm telling you, everybody that I've heard that's seen this show says it's amazing.
It's well worth the watch. I'm just going to put it that way. It's adult Star Wars. It doesn't need action set pieces every single time. Yep. And it's just about like, I remember when I think it was the second or third episode, Sin and I were watching it together. And I just said, welcome to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever review, everyone. But I just said like, God damn, I want to know.
You're talking about T'Challa right now, right?
Yeah. I want to know more Star Wars lore because it makes me want to know more of like the extra stuff that isn't just in the movies, like the book lore and the comic lore more so. I want to know that
Well,
stuff better
there's a lot
because
less to read
this
now.
show makes it. I know that's
Now that they
canon
made,
anyway.
yeah, because they
Yeah.
made all that other shit not canon until they decide what is canon.
Right, which I mean, the last trilogy, they're going to probably just cherry pick what they still want to keep and what they don't, I imagine. After they
God.
sent that, what could have been an amazing full trilogy down the shitter.
How do
I
you
should,
make a new Star Wars?
what's that?
How do you make a new Star Wars?
I
Like
just,
if you were to gonna rely on like the Skywalker family, where do you go from there?
I think
Curious.
you still can use the Force if you want it to be a Force centric, Jedi Sith centric story. I think you could do that, but
Oh,
just make just something different. Like it doesn't need to be Skywalker stuff. I don't want it to be. I mean, it would be neat, but they've clearly displayed that they don't have what it takes to do that right now. So until they can,
they're
until
proving
they
it.
until they make a clear roadmap, beginning, middle, end, then I'm fine without Skywalker stuff. Like whatever, whatever.
Did you see? I forgot about this because I know this about Andor. It's
Okay.
like a nice Easter egg that they confirm that Star Killer is real, like he's canon. That's his name,
Oh,
right?
yeah, yeah. I think it is
Forced
Star
Unleashed.
Killer, something like that. Yeah, I think you might be right. Star Killer or something like that. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, you saw that Easter egg?
No, I don't
I
think so. In
I don't
Andor.
remember. Yeah, I don't remember where I couldn't tell you the scene. I haven't seen it, obviously. But I guess in a specific scene, they have his helmet like
Oh,
in the background.
oh, cool. I
His
didn't even.
helmet, yeah.
I've only known him to have a bald head. I didn't even know he had a helmet. That's sick.
Yeah, yeah. I think in one of the covers you actually see. Well, you don't see his face.
I don't know shit. But yes, you're right. Star Killer. I was thinking there's also Star Killer Base, which is part of the new trilogy. So that's why I was like, wait, is
What's his
John getting
name?
mixed up right now? Is my dumb friend being dumb again? But no, it was me.
I'm just talking about T'Challa right now.
Welcome back to the Black Panther Wakanda Forever. God damn it. Got to make the same joke twice.
It's appropriate because we're really off.
we went to a whole other cinematic universe. Still within Disney, I guess, so we're not too
Multiverse.
far
Are we really that off? Multiverse.
Multiverse is a thing. I'm sure there's been plenty of Star Wars references in Marvel movies that we've overlooked.
Oh my god.
None that come to mind off the top of my head, but I'm sure there's some.
Oh, I can tell you one right now. Spider-Man when he's circling Ant-Man and he references the whatever
There
the
you
fuck those
go.
things are.
That's right. Doesn't he say like this is just like that old movie? Something like that.
Star Killer.
Yeah, right. Something like that.
Why don't I have lots of Black Panther?
Black Panther. Yeah,
Oh, Anakin. No.
Okay, you know what? Here's one gripe I do have with the movie because even though I thought it was a pretty good film, I'd say it's probably like a 7.5, maybe 8 out of 10 or so.
Okay.
I thought they were really gonna push like and I would have probably been okay with it, a Shuri Namor like relationship thing because there's the that like maybe like the beginning of the first half of the film or whatever, when the second half of the film starts, what have you, they start like, I don't know, he's like introducing her to the city. She's starting to fall in love with the people. She really admires how beautiful it is.
It is. Yeah.
They sit down next to each other. He's talking about his goals, and while she doesn't agree fully with all of his ideals, she's still like hearing him out. And I'm like, are they gonna bone right now? Are they gonna make a panther fish baby? But they didn't. Spoiler alert. But I thought they were going to go in that direction, and then they just didn't. I thought that was a little weird. Maybe that was just me overthinking it, but I don't know. I thought I had a hint of romance for a sec. I'm just saying.
No, there's too many deaths. I don't think you could really do romance.
That's true. That's true. Focus more on the sad. But it was cool, though. It was cool. Speaking of sad and stuff like that, this movie got me going a few times, like especially when Angela Bassett, the Queen of Wakanda, is like talking about, she does that speech that's in the first trailer or a second trailer where she's like, I've given my whole family, like I've lost my whole family. What else do I have to give? And all that. And like she's crying. Like it's pretty intense. And I was like, holy fucking shit, dude. Like it's crazy. And then she strips Okoye of her rank. of
That was
general,
crazy.
I was like,
bitch.
I was like, what the fuck? And even the councilman was like, yo, like she's given everything. She's given up her own husband.
But she made a good point. She made a good point.
Yes. You know, I did not see that point coming.
When we were desperate, you still fucking kicked us out.
And when she told her, "Don't take my daughter," she took her daughter. Like she did it anyway. So yeah, she had reason to be upset. I mean, her husband got murdered, her son died, and now her daughter's probably never gonna come home.
In that Taken style.
Yeah.
Yep. Where's Liam Neeson? Again, from Star Wars. It's
the best Wakanda review episode ever. Oh my god!
Yep.
But yeah, so it was an intense part of the film. I was honestly shocked that she did that. I mean, I felt bad. I felt bad for Okoye. I was like, she's like the most badass general you could ask for. She bleeds for this country. Like she lives and breathes it, quite literally. I feel pretty much, and yet like she still stripped her of her rank. It was an intense part. I liked it. It made me feel something. That's one thing I will say about this movie. Even though it's definitely not my favorite MCU film, it definitely like had a bit of a roller coaster feel.
Yeah, it definitely did.
Yeah,
I would agree.
I can't help but feel like Angela Bassett as a person maybe channeled like her sadness for losing Chadwick Boseman into that scene.
Let me ask you. I'm just curious because I really don't have an opinion on this. I'm curious to know if you do. Do you think it was too soon to include another death on top of T'Challa's?
I couldn't help but be distracted by it. I was like, really? Her too? Like the queen? Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, I kind of did. Like, how much more are they going to take from this family?
I was reading something today where she questioned the director, where she was like, "Are you sure? Sure you want to do this?
Like, we're already kind of trying to get over one character's death, let alone the actual person's death, and now you want to do this all over again in another
in the
film?
Same movie."
Yeah. I do feel like that death was pretty unnecessary. I think that Shuri could have definitely been inspired to be Black Panther in a whole other way.
She could have just been hurt.
She could have still
been in a coma.
She could have still, like, I know, right? She could have just as easily still wanted vengeance over her father and her brother's death than needing
the father.
Than needing her mother. Dude, yeah, who gives a fuck about the father? Who? They don't mention T'Chaka at all in this film. Like, I don't think
who?
I think to what? Seriously. It was bad. Like I think she says her father. I think she says my father once. Like once. They didn't even call him by name, I don't think.
That one guy that died in the first 5 minutes of another movie?
Right. The one that didn't really look like his son or his daughter, but okay, sure. Yeah, I don't know. That was kind of strange how, like, yeah, they ultimately just sweep the father dying under the rug. Like, why not just mention that as a whole other reason to be upset? Because, yeah, seriously, these are like 3 core members of the family that are now dead, murdered, what have you. I guess not T'Challa. He may have not been murdered, depending on what his mysterious cause of death was in the movie.
Say the disease was the murderer.
Some might say so. Fuck you, viruses.
You and your people.
We go to war. We'd probably lose. You
saw what COVID did to us.
Yeah.
I saw some dark shit on the internet.
I've seen Contagion. Shit. Movie's sad as hell. But yeah, this movie was great. Namor was cool. I kind of wanted to make time to see this movie once more before we were going to talk about it, because I assumed we would. But at the same time, I'm happy with where it's at, but I kind of do want to see it again. I know it's a little long, but usually after I see a long movie a second time, it feels like it goes by more quick. I guess maybe because I know what to expect. So therefore, it kind of just breezes through faster for me. I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not going to rewatch that movie.
You're going to wait till Disney Plus?
If it's on Disney Plus, I will have it on. Okay. I'm not going to dedicate like full focus.
Right.
It's just too long. And I don't think it's like Infinity War Endgame long good.
Where you want to sit down and watch every moment.
And even then, what is it? Endgame, I don't think is some of it just drags for me.
Yeah, so even that movie could afford to lose 10 minutes, you know?
But
Five,
Infinity
10 minutes.
War, best Marvel movie.
It's a breeze. It's a breeze. I think I
Every
brought it
time.
up like maybe like 5 or 6 episodes ago, maybe even longer ago. I just randomly watched the film and it was super fun to do. It
That's what
was just
started me off on my MCU kick. I watched it, I was like, this is fucking amazing. I'll just start watching these movies again.
Yep. Yep. Hell yeah. Yeah. Just I remember getting goosebumps all over again. It was so cool. It was so cool to do. And I was laying in bed trying to be quiet while Sin was sleeping. She was sleeping right next to me, and I was just like, yeah. And I just got like flashbacks of like being in the theater and when Steve Rogers shows up at like that train station and just wrecks shop.
Beard.
Yeah. Yeah. Looking all foxy.
All sexy.
All foxy Cleopatra. Amazing. But yeah.
Even the Vision had a question of sexuality.
Right? I'm a robot.
He's a robot. Yeah.
I know, right? I got to program an erection.
Oh, I already did.
Speaking of the Vision and Marvel Snap and all that, I pulled that card recently, and I've been having fun with Vision a bit. He's cool. He's fun.
He's great with those move decks. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I put him in. I've been having fun. I'm steadily getting my move deck up to where I want it. It's been fun collecting cards in that game.
Fuck that deck. I refuse to play move decks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know if I've sworn off, but after I kind of had a really good time with Devil Dinosaur, I haven't gone back to it in like 2 weeks.
Maybe longer. Once I improved my discard deck, and I've seen more cards I want, like Ghost Rider, and Hela, those two, I can't wait until I pull them.
I have neither of those two myself, I know, and I'm looking forward to that also because my discard deck could still use some work for sure.
Have you seen Venom?
I want Venom. I've had it used so against me. What is it? Doesn't like he get like another? What is it?
So it's like Carnage, where he destroys the other cards, but he gets their energy level. So Carnage only goes up 2 for every card that it destroys. Venom literally eats their levels.
Oh, so like whatever power he gets, he gets on top of his, and he's like what 3 power already?
Yeah,
something like that. So. Okay,
something like that. With the right cards, that's pretty OP.
Oh yeah.
If I pulled them, I might get rid of Carnage.
I mean, porque no los dos. I mean, you can
because I only get 12.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Carnage can eat the small boys while Venom eats the big ones. But I feel you.
Mm-hmm.
Most
porque no gusto 12. That's why I don't like 12.
Okay, poke.
Give me 24. Then you got some steam going. But
I wouldn't doubt that would actually be pretty a pretty fun experimental like side game you could play. You could play standard 12, or then you can have like another matchmaking list where you do doubles. That'd be tight.
That's not what it's about. It's about pooping and just getting through. I play the most Marvel Snap when I'm pooping.
Oh yeah, I'll definitely squeeze in like 4 games while I'm pooping.
Squeezing out.
Yeah. I'm like, hold on, I could wipe right now, but I could also be playing one last game.
Yeah. You can use this how to wipe.
Yeah. Yes, you're way ahead of me on that one. Yeah, those wiping Marvel Snap moves. So Wakanda Forever, great film.
Oh, amazing.
Very fun. 7.5 or maybe 8 out of 10 for me. Where do you think it lands for you?
I'm gonna say for right now 8.5.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. John really liked it. Respect.
I did. Even though I thought there was a lot of things that weren't good about it, I still think it was one of the best ones of this phase.
Yeah. Clearly not of the overall MCU, probably, but what we've. This phase has not been the strongest, in my opinion, movie-wise. Show-wise, I think very strong. But yeah, movie. We're getting there. And again, part of me just wonders how much more different this would have been and how much less setup there would have been needed if we just had,
the movie would have been in 2 hours. It wouldn't have been 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Right. And if it would have been, maybe it would have been filled with more things that, I don't know, we would have appreciated more. We haven't even talked about Riri Williams, like Ironheart and all that, which I thought
she was a little shoehorned in, but she was great. I loved her comedic timing and everything. She was really good. I thought the suit was a little cheesy.
The mask, the helmet was really cheesy. Okay,
I thought that was told Yvonne that some of the CGI was a little sketchy, and I used that one as an example. I said when her mask came off, I was like, they ran out of money.
Yeah. We got like $5 left.
We'll get $5, get me some poor CGI.
Right. This is the best mask tech we got.
And I'm so glad you said that, because that stood out to me. So I was like, that was awful.
It was pretty bad. I could see the blue suit wrapped around her body. Yeah, it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. They might as well just put the character in cardboard at that point and painted it red. I don't know. It was a little rough, but I mean, but the character was fun. The suit in action was pretty cool, I think. But yeah, that mask, that helmet CG was rough.
Thankfully, that's not her main suit. They took it away from her. So when we see her show, hopefully she'll have the card Ironheart that's will snap. That is a sick suit. I love that Iron Man-esque suit that's on there.
Right. And you can tell it's like she's definitely obviously, inspired by Stark tech and all. But yeah, I look forward to seeing like what a future rendition will be, because in every iteration, Tony Stark would always have a new Mark suit. So I look forward to seeing what she's going to do as well.
I want to know, because apparently the director of Ironheart, the TV show, said she will have some type of connection to Tony Stark, because her background story in this was different than in the comics, because Iron Man kind of like discovered her in a sense. Like she did something stupid, and they kind of did the nod and the wink in Wakanda Forever, where she shows up when the cops are there and she like fucks up her suit. That happens in comics. But Iron Man comes right after that, basically, and says, "Show me your shit." So obviously that's why you get the connection in the comics. So I wonder how they're going to do it in the movie.
Yeah, that will be interesting. Who knows? Maybe we'll get a flashback of some sort. We'll see. Because she said she's been working on it for years, on and off.
And she brought up a brother. So I wonder if Tony Stark had some kind of relation to the brother. Or dad. The dad. Somebody
brother died from another mother, I'm just saying.
You never know.
Tinfoil hats, we'll see.
You know. The Tin Man.
Well, that being said, let's get let's set out. If we have other things that we want to mention about the movie, we can always talk about it in future episodes. But again, if you disagree with us, if you do agree with us, you have your own thoughts, share with us, BeerBellyPod@gmail.com, or just comment or DM us on any of our socials that are linked in the episode description. But ultimately, an episode of Beer Belly would not be complete without John's lovely words of wisdom for the week.
My words of wisdom are: don't eat a shit ton of popcorn before Wakanda Forever. It is a long movie, and you will need to poop by the 2 hour and 25 minute mark. Unfortunately for me, it was at 2 minutes and 35 minutes. Avoid popcorn, guys.
And maybe edibles to go with that.
No. I didn't snap on that. You talk in your segment, not during mine.
Okay, my bad. The popcorn's fault. It's the popcorn's fault. That's my bad.
Bitch.
I'm gonna continue my agenda. God damn it, for sure. Well, again, please, if you enjoy the show, tell your friends about it. If you have anyone that's as dumb as maybe we are, maybe they'd like to enjoy the show and watch or listen as well. It always helps out a lot when you guys take the time to go and rate us on your favorite podcasting apps. 5 stars. Leave us a review. Just letting us know what you like about the show, what you'd like to see or hear more of would be great. But ultimately, this has been an episode of Beer Belly. Let us know what we should talk about next time. Send in your questions, send in your thoughts. Of course, again, once and always, links to everything in every episode description on how you can get a hold of our dumbasses. We have merch in the works. The designs are coming through. We're steadily getting drafts of it. So we'll let you guys know definitely when things are set and ready. Until then, this has been another episode of Beer Belly. We'll see you next week. Goodbye.